Hey guys, it's Justin again with another unboxing video. This is going to be an unboxing video for the Real Grade 1/144 scale Strike Freedom Gundam. This is from Gundam Seed. And I'm not really a fan of this. I actually hate the Strike Freedom. I hate the Freedom Gundam. But I'm on a mission. So here it is, the Real Grade Strike Freedom. The box is pretty much like all the other RG kits. It has a 3D render, or a CG, or whatever you want to call it, of the Gundam in question. And then on the side you have a close-up of the head showing off some of the detail and some of the color separation. This shows all the decals and stuff that will be applied to the final kit to give it that RG styled look. On the bottom of the box you have a shot of the Strike Freedom just standing. There's a pilot figure next to all the plates. These are all completely unpainted pictures, so you can get a good look as to what the kit's going to look like straight out of the box. This shows some of the gimmicks on the back, including the folding mechanism for the guns on the waist and the back skirts and stuff like that. How they fold out, some of the beam saber parts, and the beam shield effect piece. There's gold or metallic foil stickers for the eyes and some of the joint pieces, and various other details around the kit. This shows the wing gimmick where you can split the Dragoons on the wings and make them look real cool. I'm not really sure what that does. I haven't seen Seed, so I don't know. And then it shows the two beam rifles and how they can be stacked and combined into like a super beam rifle, I guess. And then here's a picture of the completed frame. It's molded completely in gold. Only the Dragoon pieces are in plated gold. The rest is in like the matte gold that nobody likes. But I'm going to be painting it, so I don't really care one way or another. And then there's another shot of the head. On the left and right sides of the box you get the same thing. RG number 14, Strike Freedom, and then the head. And then on the top you get a couple of action shots. Here's one of it firing kind of everything at once. Here's the open Dragoons and the double, two dual beam rifles, I guess. A back shot, and some close-up showing the head, the hands, the gold pieces. Opening cockpit gimmick, and the retail for this kit is 3,000 yen, which is just under 30 bucks. Not too bad. But anyway, let's go ahead and tear into this thing, and we'll look at the runners. Alright, so your first runner is runner A. This is kind of a split runner. Generally your runner A is the one with a lot of colors on it. But runner A consists of some pieces for the backpack for the Dragoons. This is where the backpack mounts. This is very similar to the Destiny Gundam I built before. The back and chest units for the Gundam, I believe these are probably the shoulders. Here's the cockpit, the neck. This is probably just a piece to cover up top of the back, something like that. These hold the Dragoons on, or the main mounting points anyway. These are for the side skirts right here, these small circular pieces. These are skirts, probably ankles, I think. No, those aren't ankles. I don't know what they are. Sides of the head, no, skirts, definitely skirts. This is the back of the head, the mohawk, the shoulders, and the legs. Here's the clear piece for the beam shield. A little bit of molded detail in there, pretty cool looking. It's going to be interesting trying to paint that. The eyepiece, I believe that's one of the cameras, and then two quite large beam sabers. Next we have B, which is molded in, again, that kind of gold. It's a little flexible. I feel like it's a little more bendy than usual. That's probably because of the gold injection plastic. But either way, this is the MS Joint 4. I believe this is the same one the Destiny Gundam uses, and possibly the original Freedom. I think the only difference would be these pieces right here. Otherwise, I believe it's the exact same. But this is just the frame bits. It's curious that one of the biggest features of the RG kits are the frame, and the frame is always on the B runner, which I don't know. But you get the partial articulated hands, which are I think much better than Bandai's like Master Grade hands, but you know, not quite you know, up to par with some of the newer Master Grades. Sort of a two-tone metallic thing going on here. You get, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but you can see there's like a more yellowy gold on the shoulder joints here and the mid-waist peg and the neck, but the main body block and waist block are like a brownish gold. So not much of a like a big deal or anything. It's just kind of interesting that it's like a two-tone. So maybe I'll paint the frame to reflect that, and I'll use two different shades of gold. Maybe. Depends on how much paint that's going to be. Maybe I'll just pick certain parts and do that. We'll see. Next we've got C, which is by far my favorite runner. This has lots of neat colors on it. I haven't seen any of these colors on another RG kit. The red is kind of unique. It's a little bit of a desaturated red. It's not as bright and bold as say like the Strike Red or, you know, any of the RX or anything like that. It's got a tint of like a gray or maybe a pink to it. It's very, I don't know, faded looking. I really like the tone though. The gray is also very unique. This is a nice mid-gray. Well, actually it's more of a dark gray, but you know, you get the pieces for the Dragoons and the guns and stuff like that. And then your light gray is also really, really nice. It's a very cool gray. And these are like chest vents, neck, backpack pieces, and then the tops of the guns. And then a small yellow piece here just for part of the V-fin. So that is C. D is entirely a pure white runner. Basically consists of everything left on the main mobile suit that's white. So anything that wasn't slightly off-white on the A runner is on this runner, and this is the pure white. So your second shade anyway. You're going to get the front pieces to the legs, the thighs, sides of the legs, ankle guards, waist, V-fin, tops of the guns, backs of the hands, the crotch pieces, the skirts. I believe these are skirts as well. Probably, I think, outsides the shoulders and arms, hands, and then just various internal bits here, sides of the head, the front of the face, you know, all molded very crisply. This thing looks really nicely detailed. I'm not a huge fan of this thing, but the detail molded in this is quite nice. So you can't argue with that. And then there's also a pilot figure. I'm not sure who that is, so somebody can go ahead and tell me who that is, so everybody else can know. Next we've got E. E is molded in that kind of yellowy gold. This is the hands, which, wow, one of my fingers is broken off. That's strange. I wonder if that's in the bag or in the box somewhere. But there's like I'm not sure if it's just a deformation or if it was broken off somewhere. But look at that, one pinky missing. So I don't know if I'll be able to do anything with that or not. But not a huge deal. As much as I like the open hands, there's no reason that I can't just use two or one of them, you know. But the rest of the pieces seem to be intact. These are probably pieces to the leg frame. This is the collar for the wrists. I think this is knee detail. These are the hands here for the guns. I'm not sure what these are. Probably inner pieces to the legs or something like that. Backpack detail, shoulder detail, calves, knees. This is the thigh detail. This is probably the arm detail. The detail is actually really hard to see on this. There's lots of it here, but because of the swirl in the gold and just the color and how glossy it is, it's kind of hard to make out where the panel lines are and stuff like that. It'll look a lot nicer once I've put some primer down on it and gone ahead and painted it. So not too much to say about this runner. Next we've got F1. F1 looks like it's mostly just frame pieces and some internal detail. There's some hinges and things for probably the backpack and various mechanisms throughout the kit. These are definitely for the shoulders. These are probably for the skirts, and these are probably like inside pieces for the Dragoons, and like only the little vent pieces will stick out, so it's not a big deal. Definitely a backpack plug. These are definitely for wings. There's another piece that stuck out to me. Maybe not. And this is definitely an action-based connector, so nothing to write home about on this one. Just a plate of like brown gold, and we'll compare it to the other one. You can see a little bit of a difference in the two. F2 is a chrome-plated gold. I think a lot of people were disappointed that the entire kit's gold wasn't molded in this, and I don't think a lot of people understood why. And I think the biggest reason is cost, and I believe the next biggest reason would be stability. Molding the entire frame in this gold, while already being expensive to do such a thing, it would also compromise the structure, I believe, of the frame, where it has to be dipped, and then you'd have to remold it and then make sure that all the pieces stay painted. I think it's just not worth the money and worth the the hassle, because I feel like some of these gold pieces are a little more fragile than some of the other ones. So just the backpack pieces, they're nice and large. Lots of nice little detail here. You can see all the different like, what's it called, like a divot basically, and all your, there's just panels, so you can kind of go in there and separate everything if you want to do multi-tone if you're going to paint. If you're not, this will just look fantastic right out of the box. Next we have dual G runners, and these are basically just outer bits for the backpack funnel racks, leg pieces. I think this is for the knee, and then the dragoons or whatever. Nothing too crazy. It's molded in a nice dark navy blue. It's got like a semi-gloss to it, but looks really nice. The final run in the bag is dual H runners. These are molded in more of a traditional blue, a little more of a baby blue than what you normally see on blues. If you built the regular Freedom, you're probably familiar with seeing this color. It's the same color as the backpack pieces from that, but either way, looks very nice. Really, pretty blue. Lots of nice details. These are the feet pieces, the chest, as well as the shoulder bits, gun detail, and the dragoons. And they're just molded in blue. So there you go. Also included in the kit is going to be a nice large sheet of stickers. I'm very pleased at how large this sheet of stickers actually is. Granted, a lot of the stickers are really big and long for the dragoons, and the big chunk of what you're going to get is the shield. So once you take those away, you're not really going to have a whole ton of decals, but they are really nice, and I really like the nice metallic blue and the chrome ones. They seem to do a really good job with all those. So these are really nice high quality stickers. So even if you're not going to paint your kit, this will look phenomenal straight out of the box. No doubt about it. Just apply these with tweezers and a Q-tip or toothpick, something like that. Get them pressed down nice and tight, and spray a flat coat over it, and it'll look really good. Finally, we have the manual. We're not going to go too far into this, as most manuals are pretty standard per grade. So I've gone over 1 million real grade manuals. Just kind of go over parts layout. Then you build from the feet up. You build the head last. Then you'll work on weapons, backpacks, things like that. Throughout, it'll show you little tidbits about the mobile suit itself, as well as action poses and stuff like that. They just kind of stick them in little sections where, between everything. Finally, it will show you any sort of gimmicks that are included in the mobile suit, or in the kit. So this one will show you how to change the hands, and which hands are appropriate for holding the guns, how to combine the two guns, and then it will show you how to attach the clear beam shield, and then how to move the backpack pieces, or the cannons rather, and then how to split the dragoons. And on the back you have a decal guide which explains where each one of the stickers or decals, if you can find water slides for this, where they go. as well as a painting guide showing all the colors that you should use as per recommendation by Bandai, you know, to get the perfect match for each one of these colors, and a nice painted up pilot showing the colors they used on that as well. But there you go. I picked this kit up. Well, this was actually a kit from the Animatropolis. You can go and shop over there using the code SAVE10. That will save you a little bit on your order. You can go over there and pick up this kit as well as plenty of others, as well as anime figures and other things like that as well. So you don't have to just be a Gundam fan to shop there. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.